much.
What's up, Knucklehead Nation? I'm Joey El Gallo, and I'm here with Tommy the Genie, and we're broadcasting from the Loaded Glove Studios in Lower Manhattan, and we're going to get on Tommy's magic carpet.
Where am I going?
We're going to England, baby. We're going across the pond. What's up, Knucklehead Nation? Let's talk about a Loaded Gloves. Definitely cracked the top 10 Loaded Gloves fighter list.
Yes.
Tony Bellew versus David Haye, baby. We love Tony Bellew. Knucklehead Nation, thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the love. We signed a deal with Univision. We're up. We're on Audio Boom.
Univision!
We're on iTunes now. Go! So thanks for putting an English show on there. We appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without Knucklehead Nation. And this, Tony Bellew, is what I love about boxing. He has the boxing gods in his corner, man.
Yes, he did. When the punks get beat, we love it.
So Tony Bellew, ever since he did Rock, so I went back and watched a bunch of his Creed. I watched a bunch of his fights. I watched probably 10 hours of YouTube videos on Tony Bellew after the fight. The guy is hilarious. The lead up to the fight was incredible. What a night. He's fighting at the soccer stadium now, of his childhood soccer team, Everton, right? Evertonian.
Yes.
He's an Everton fan. There's famous soccer players. I saw Wayne Rooney there after. This Tony Bellew wins a world title, and the next day he's like at Everton, hanging out with the players. He's like a kid, I love Tony Bellew. After the fight, he's calling out Fury. He's calling out Wilder. Before the fight, they're showing BJ Flores get knocked down 20 times.
That's the highlight of my life.
So, God bless you, Tony Bellew. I love you. You're one of my top 10 favorite fighters.
Yeah, we have to do a new top 10 because some guys some guys have cracked in.
Yeah,
some
absolutely.
guys have left.
So, once again, England, Britain showing why the boxing scene is better over there.
I can't believe he won. I was in.
He took all his blows too, man. David Haye's a big puncher, but leading up to it, he said, if I can make it past the 6th round, I'm gonna win.
And Haye looked dead.
Yeah, he looked drunk.
He was. I know they're talking about his Achilles or whatever.
But Haye's hand was Bellow's hand was broken too.
His Achilles wasn't making him he was out.
He was doing those things when you walk away from the fighter, turn your back to him.
He was doing the Fonfara walk.
By the way, Fonfara looks a little timid.
Yeah, but he still knocked him out. But they fought Chad Dawson.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't even talk about this.
So listen, we had to get out of New York. We had to get on the carpet, and we had to go to London. We had to talk about the British fight scene because Tony Bellew is incredible, man. He's like all over the papers, all over the news.
He's a big celebrity now.
He's a big celebrity.
Yeah.
And it was funny when they talk about his part in Creed. He says, I didn't think I could do it, and he was talking about how cool Sylvester Stallone was.
Sylvester Stallone has had 3 fighters. He had Tommy Gunn, Tommy Morrison, in Rocky V, and his career died after that. Plus, he had AIDS. So, the guy, Tommy Morrison, did it to himself. He lived a lifestyle. He's paid for it. Then he had dumbass Tarver, who almost shut down production on the movie Balboa because he wanted, the day that Stallone filled up the arena to film the final fight scene, Tarver said, you know what? I think I want more money now. And Stallone was forced to give him more money. Pay your child support, Tarver.
Oh,
and but now he had Tony Bellew, introduced him to American fans, and the next thing that could have happened is Tony Bellew goes out and gets killed his next fight, and you feel bad again. But Tony Bellew has turned his 15 minutes into hopefully a nice career that he can ride out.
He said he could retire now.
Maybe he found his weight class. Maybe he wasn't. He was a light heavy, and he was a cruiser. Yep. So now he's a heavyweight. Maybe he's a heavyweight. I still can't see him fighting a guy like Murat and living, but that's...
No, or Wilder. Well, I mean...
Wilder, maybe.
His thing is probably Wilder. He catches you with that right hand.
That's all he's got.
That's all he's got. He was losing to Washington.
He's been losing every fight we've seen.
You're
it's
right.
like he's every fight. He was losing to Stavern. I would like to see that fight again. But
I don't know. I think he's
he needs a technical boxer to expose him, like a Luis Ortiz, maybe a Joshua. But listen, I can't knock Deontay. He was hurt. He couldn't find anybody to fight, so he fought a guy that he thought was going to be easy, and he wasn't. But I want to see Deontay fight in England.
Oh, sorry. No. Goodson Park is where Everton plays, I guess, and that's where he won. Goodison Park.
Yes.
He beat Makubu.
Yeah, that was last fight, yes.
Right, that was before BJ. He won the world title. And then he fought at the Echo Arena in Liverpool, and then he fought at the O2 Arena versus Hay.
Yeah, that sold out quick, too.
So he's fought there a bunch of that. Yeah, he fought Cleverly there. He lost Cleverly, then beat him in the rematch.
I would have liked to have seen that fight, but I was stuck with Scott in a car.
Bro, he had a draw with Isaac Chilema, then he beat him. You know,
he's not like super technical. He just fights with heart. But you know what?
He's amazing.
There's been world champions with just heart.
Yeah, like him. This is the kind of story I absolutely love.
Big Tony. Big T.
The bomber. And, Hay talks a lot of trash.
Yeah, and he deserved to get his mouth shut.
So
Hay, I never knew Hay was like that. I was so excited when he came out of retirement and started fighting again. You know what? Go back into retirement. If you obviously showed you don't belong. I think Hay came out because maybe he thought the heavyweight division was soft like it was 4 or 5 years ago.
They're different kind of guys.
It's different guys now with young guys like Parker and Joshua and Wilder. It's different. And people that no one talks about like Ortiz.
Fury broke the whole thing open.
Fury changed boxing.
Just has a little powder problem, but you know what?
350 pounds. They had it on Twitter last night that Tyson Fury said, even though I'm 350, I can get back into shape again. I don't know if he's 350, but they said he's over 300.
You know what, though? It's crazy about these fighters. They are so mentally and physically tough. They can do things like that.
350?
I don't...
He'd have to drop 150 pounds to get back.
When it comes to fighting, getting back in a ring, and regaining the glory and getting a win, nobody does it better than boxers in sports.
Well, Hatton used to do it. They used to call him Ricky Fatton because between fights he'd gain 100 pounds, but they eventually caught up to him. He had to retire young. Speaking
of the British boxing scene, let's talk about your favorite British boxer, Carl Frampton.
What about him?
I mean, where does he go from here?
Third one. They got to do it. Unfortunately.
Not right away, though.
They might. Frampton has other belts he could clip.
Where does he go next?
I don't know, because that weight class has freaked me out because there's guys jumping all over different weights to win titles. So we've always talked about that. That one that's like a 10-pound swing, and you got 3 titles you could fight for.
I mean, this says basically
there's other
he may
belts.
face, but they offered Santa Cruz the biggest payday ever for the Belfast rematch. So,
what, for number 3?
Yeah.
He should take it. Leo should take it.
Right away, though? I mean, have people fought 3 back? I've never heard of, maybe back in the 20s or 30s, but I've never heard of fighters in modern times fighting 3 fights in a row.
They can both get 2 fights in this year. So they could both fight somebody else in the summer and then line up like a winter rematch. I'd pay to see it again, though. I'll tell you what. If it was right away.
Oh, by the way.
Who would not watch that again, though? I would.
Not for nothing, but
I get nervous during that fight.
Of course, the featherweight, the birds of a feather division is, to me, is the best division in boxing. You have Oscar Valdez, the WBO champ. You have Lee Selby, the IBF. You have Santa Cruz, the WBA. You have Gary Russell Jr., which is a joke. WBC. But you have Abner Maris. You have, and then right underneath at 122, you got Jesse Magdaleno will probably move up. Rigondeaux's a champion.
Come on. Get rid of him.
And then at 130, you got Vasyl Lomachenko, WBO, Davis, IBF, and that guy Miguel Breschelt, who beat Mandito.
Breschelt, he looked good,
Breschelt, yeah. And you got Flanagan. So let's just see the champ.
Flanagan's good, too. No one fights him.
Okay, so you know what? We're doing a little British boxing segment. And
I posted about Flanagan.
One day, we have to go over there and watch a fight. We'll know which fight to go to. You know what I'm saying? We'll go to a Hearn card that's loaded up. He seems to put. I want
We'll go to Joshua Wilder.
Let's see how many champions the Brits have right now. Heavyweight, you have Anthony Joshua. The WBA is vacant. Luis Ortiz got to fight for that. Cruiserweight, you have Tony Bello.
Well, he fought at heavy, though, that fight, didn't he?
Yeah, but his last fight, he's still the champion at 200. So, okay, heavyweight, you have a champion, Joshua. Cruiserweight, you have a British champion, Bello. Light heavyweight? No. Super middleweight, DeGale.
And Callum Smith.
No. Super middleweight, 168, James DeGale's IBF.
Yeah.
The WBC is vacant. Middleweight, you have Billy Joe Saunders.
Is this the Darrell Callum is for a vacant belt? I wonder if that's what they're fighting for.
Middleweight, you have Billy Joe Saunders. Junior middleweight, you don't have anybody. Welterweight, you have Kell Brook. This is amazing. Okay, junior welterweight, Ricky Burns. Okay, lightweight, Terry Flanagan. Junior lightweight, nobody. Featherweight, you have Lee Selby.
Yeah, when is he fighting again?
I don't know. Junior featherweight, no. Bantamweight, Lee Haskins. He's British, right?
Yes. I don't think they go lighter than that.
Junior bantamweight.
I've never seen like 105-pound.
No,
Brits.
yeah, Kai Yaifa. He's British.
Oh, yeah, he's got a belt.
Yeah, WBA. Remember, he beat that guy we love, the Panamanian guy. I can't remember his name. He just beat him.
Oh.
Is this Kid Gallahan? Yaifa?
No, Cal Yaifa's not Kid. Kid Galahad's name is Kid Galahad. That's not his boxing name.
He just beat...
I like Kid Galahad.
This kid is only... Let's see. Luis Concepcion.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you have him at junior bantamweight 115.
There's a lot of Brits.
I mean, listen to this. So the Brits have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 champions right now. Let's go. That is our motherland, Britain, baby. La madre patria for Americans, Britain.
You want to go to Kazakhstan?
I'm going to Kazakhstan. I'm going to Uzbekistan. I'm going to Joey-istan. I'm going to Gayoistan.
Hopefully Krolla can grab his belt back.
I mean, come on, British Knucklehead Nation. You are the best. 10 champions.
Krolla can get his belt back. Frampton can get his belt back.
You had 11 with Frampton.
Frampton can get his belt back. Krolla.
Okay, so by the end of 2017...
Did you say Eggington in there? Because he has a belt.
No, he's not one of the major ones.
Oh.
Okay, so you have 10 now. You got a bunch of fights. I bet by the end of... Do you see them having 10? British...
They had 14.
Last year.
Yes.
Yeah. So they went from 14 in 2016, and they're at 10 now. But it's early. It's only March. At the end of 2017...
Well, Callum's going to beat Darrell, so that's a belt.
So that's 11.
Yes. I don't know what else. I mean, I don't know who else can fight.
Well,
Joshua's
already a champ.
Could take Parker's belt, though.
Well, no. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep.
Who's Parker fighting next?
WBA's
Parker's fighting...
Parker's fighting Huey Fury.
Oh, so Huey could get a belt beating Parker. I'm sorry, not Joshua. True. Yeah, Huey could steal Parker's belt.
So they could be up to 14 in the next 2 months.
I got to root for Parker, though. I got to let New Zealand have some belts.
Can you imagine Fury wins? Is he a big puncher, Huey Fury?
Huey Fury's the bigger puncher in the fight. Parker's the guy they were disappointed with his last fight because he just boxed too much and he couldn't finish that fat Mexican kid. What's his name again? That
nice.
guy. You know the guy with the tattoos all over his chest?
I know.
To cover his fatness?
Listen, British boxing, you're on fire, baby. I got to tell you, 10 champions. We are doing the show, Knucklehead Nation, a disservice by not going over to England to see a fight.
And eating fish and chips. And having some pints with our Brit friends.
Let's see, the British Boxing Board of Control.
What?
I'm just on their website now. Okay, list of British heavyweight boxing champions. Let's see.
Yes.
gbboxing.org. I guess that's like their USA Boxing. God bless them, man. God bless the Brits. God bless them. And, I mean, so Ireland, they're part of it too, though. We count them.
Well, no, we don't count them, but they are in there.
Top 25.
They got a good prospect. They got Conlon. Up, here we go again. We got Randall.
Boom. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to Little Gloves Urban.
All right, so British boxing, there's our little update. Listen, you guys are unquestionably the best fans in the world.
Yes, they are. Definitely the best fans. Them and the Mexicans.
Yeah.
Mexican fans. Although the Brits are louder, and they sing.
And they sing.
They sing beautifully, in unison.
And Hatton kind of brought that over to the U.S.
They've kept Neil Diamond songs alive in the minds of Americans.
Oh, that's another thing, too. When I watch them on TV, the music is so good they play. The best 80s music.
All the talk about the UFC, when the crowd starts singing, they just do that. The Brits sing 80s songs in unison.
And they make up songs for their fighters. And Hatton brought that over.
There's only one Ricky Hatton. There's only one Ricky Hatton. That's the best song.
I know. And then they do it for Carl Frampton.
Yes.
There's only one Carl. Yes. That was still the best night of my life.
Unbelievable.
With Bobby
I get
Cashel.
the chills when I talk about it. I still have the videos. It's an incredible experience. I thought I was Irish.
And that was my little brother's first ever boxing match. How much that kind of piss you off?
What?
That was my little brother's first boxing match.
I know, my first boxing match was like 2 tomato cans just slugging it out in the gym. And yeah, we got casuals whose first fight was like this epic.
Ringside, Frampton Santa Cruz won.
Yeah, running around the streets of New York with Shannon Briggs.
I know, that's right.
Who, by the way, now that I think about it, would have probably killed David Haye.
You know what? Maybe Briggs will get a fight.
Maybe Briggs will get a fight. Watch Briggs win some strange title, like some weird vacant something. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Go, champ.
All right, that's it. We're signing out. Congrats to Tony Bello. We love you. We love our British Knucklehead Nation. You're the best. Thanks for all the love online support, British Knucklehead Nation. We will be coming to see you soon. Let's get in touch with your buddy over there, that writer. Let's go visit, man. Where's he?
I have
London?
a lot of people there. Yeah, they're all in London. Yeah.
Let's go, man.
Manchester, actually. He's in Manchester.
We'll go to a soccer game. You know, we'll go to a
now
bar.
We're over here, and then we'll be over here
now. You know what? We should set up. If we got any British fans listening to this podcast, which we do, let's set up an event at a bar.
We know those guys that have been banned from every British bar in New York City.
You and I go over there. We do a live show with some people in England, and it's like the Americans, ringside with the Americans, like that idea you had a while back, ringside with the Americans. I love that.
They're going to hate us. We're not very well liked in this country right now, so...
Yeah, but we're kind of international.
I'll learn Spanish and pretend or speak Czech.
We're kind of international.
Yes, we are. We have a lot of, We'll bring some Filipinos with us.
By the way, you know...
Filipino Nation.
Kazakh Nation is going to be invading MSG. That's going to be nice.
Irish is on Friday.
I know.
And for
McGregor, McGregor's walking them out, too.
I might buy tickets just to watch the walkout and leave. I don't understand the other fights. There's nobody I've ever heard of.
You know
There's not a soul. There's a couple of, you know what it is? They're introducing Olympians. It's a lot of people making their pro debuts that are prospects. It's like a prospect fight.
I love the theater, by the way. I love the theater.
I think it's actually sometimes better to see a fight at the theater.
Me too.
Especially when you're sitting behind Liam Neeson. But
all right, this is El Gallo, and I'm here with Jeannie, and we have a particular set of skills, and that's talking British boxing, baby. I'm Joey El Gallo. I'm here with Tommy the Genie. We just did this show from the Loaded Glove Studios in Lower Manhattan. We love you, Knucklehead Nation. Thank you. We out. Let's go, Tony Bello.
What's the matter with you people? I was joking! Don't you know a joke when you hear one?
Keep talking, baby. Maybe you'll tell me something I don't already know.